Hello, dear children. Welcome back. I'm Dr. Jisha Jo. In this video, we shall discuss the structure of centrosome and centrioles. Now, let us look at what is a centrosome. Where are centrosomes present? Centrosome is a cell organelle that is present near the nucleus in animal cells. Centrosomes are absent in plant cells. Okay, so centrosome is a cell organelle that is present close to the nucleus, outside the nucleus, very close to the nucleus in the case of animal cells. And the function of the centrosome is it is concerned with the formation of spindle fibers during cell division. The centrosomes are otherwise called as the microtubule organizing center. Microtubule organizing center, and it is present in animal cells only, very close to the nucleus. Okay, and if you look at the centrosome, it has two rod shaped or cylindrical structures called as the centrioles. Two rod shaped or cylindrical structures called centrioles are present in the centrosome, and these centrioles of the centrosome are present in an amorphous mass of protein. That is, it is called as the pericentriolar matrix. The two centrioles of the centrosome are present in an amorphous mass of protein, which is otherwise called as the pericentriolar material or the pericentriolar matrix. And the two centrioles are arranged at right angles to each other. Suppose if one is in this direction, the other will be in this direction. So they are at right angles to each other. That is why when we draw the centrioles in a cell, we normally draw one as a line and the other as a dot. This is to show that the two centrioles are at right angles to each other. Okay, so once again, centrosome is a cell organelle that is present very close to the nucleus in animal cell. They are concerned with the formation of spindle fibers during cell division. The centrosomes are otherwise called as the microtubule organizing center, and each centrosome consists of two rod-shaped or cylindrical structures called as the centrioles, which lie perpendicular or at right angles to each other. And these two centrioles are present in an amorphous mass of protein. Proteinaceous matrix is present. This matrix that is seen around the centrioles is called as the pericentriolar material. It is just a matrix, or it is a mixture of proteins that form up the matrix that surround these centrioles. That is why it is an amorphous mass, and it is called as the pericentriolar material or the pericentriolar matrix. Now, moving on to the structure of a centriole. We have seen centrioles are rod-shaped or cylindrical structures that are present inside the or in the centrosome. Okay, and this is present in a pericentriolar matrix. And now we are moving on to the structure of a centriole. Centriole, the wall of the centriole is cylindrical in shape, and it is not bounded by any membrane. Okay, it is cylindrical in shape. That we have already seen it has a rod shape or cylindrical shape. So here the centriole has a cylindrical wall, and the centriole is not surrounded by any membrane. There is no outer membrane for the centrioles. Now, if you look at this wall, cylindrical wall of the centriole, this cylindrical wall is made up of 9 groups of microtubules. We know the centrioles are formed of microtubules. And this cylindrical wall of the centriole is formed of 9 groups of microtubules. So I'm just drawing the 9 groups of microtubules there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 are there. Okay. So here you can see we take a section, a cross section of the centriole, we can see that it has 9 groups of microtubules arranged at the periphery, and each group is called as a triplet because there are 3 microtubular filaments or fibers that are present in each group, so it is called as a triplet. Okay, that is a triplet. Each triplet is formed of 3 microtubular subfibers, and they are designated as A, B, and C. Yes, I hope you can see that is the cylindrical wall of the centriole is formed of 9 groups of microtubules, and each group is a triplet which is formed of 3 microtubule subfibers which are designated as A, B, and C. And if you look at the subfiber A, you can see that it is complete, whereas B and C are incomplete subfibers. Okay, and at the center, there is a region at the center which is rich in protein. It is a proteinaceous mass that is present at the center, and this proteinaceous mass is called as the central hub. So that is the central hub. Now, if you look, unlike the flagella or the cilia, in flagella and cilia, we have seen that there are 9 groups or doublets of microfibrils at the periphery and 2 single central microtubules. So, that such an arrangement was called as the 9+2 arrangement. Okay, but here you can see there is no microtubule at the center. Okay, this type of arrangement is called as the 9+0 arrangement. 9+0 arrangement because there are no microtubule fibers present at the center. there are 9 groups of microtubule fibers that are present at the periphery, with no microtubule fibers or filaments present at the center. So such a type of arrangement is called as the 9+0 arrangement. So remember, the arrangement of microtubules in centrioles is 9+0 arrangement, whereas in the case of flagella and cilia, it is 9+2 arrangement. Okay, please don't forget that. Now, this central hub is in turn attached to each of the triplets. Okay, each of the triplets, this central hub is in turn attached to each of the triplet. See, can you see the attachment there? Okay, that is a central hub which is attached to each of the triplet, and this attachment, this is called as radial spokes. Radial spoke. Okay, these two are the radial spokes. So the hub, which is the proteinaceous mass at the center, is in turn attached to each of the triplet by radial spokes. And there is also another attachment there, that we have seen that each triplet is formed of 3 microtubule subfibers which are designated as A, B and C. Okay, now there are certain proteinaceous linkers which attach. Proteinaceous linkers are present connecting the C subfiber to the A subfiber. Can you see that connection there? C to A. Okay, so these are the CA proteinaceous linkers. So CA proteinaceous linker connects the adjacent triplets of the cylindrical wall. And how is it connected? The connection is between the C subfiber of one triplet with the A subfiber of the second triplet. And this entire structure looks like a cartwheel. So we can say that the centrioles have a cartwheel-like structure. Cartwheel-like structure or cartwheel structure. Okay, the centrioles have a cartwheel structure. So that is the structure of centrioles. So once again, we have seen the wall of the centrioles is cylindrical, and it is composed of 9 groups of microtubules, and each group is a triplet which is formed of 3 microtubule subfibers which are designated as A, B and C. At the center, there is a proteinaceous mass present which is called as the central hub, and the central hub is in turn connected to each of the triplet by means of radial spokes, and each triplet is connected to its adjacent triplet by means of CA proteinaceous linkers. And centrioles have the microtubules, or the arrangement of the microtubules in centrioles is 9+0 arrangement. That is because there are no microtubules present at the center. And the entire shape, if you look at the structure of the centrioles, it shows a cartwheel-like structure. As we have seen in the beginning, centrioles are concerned with the formation of spindle fibers. They produce radiating rays called asters, which help in the development of spindle fibers during cell division. And also these centrioles are concerned with the formation of basal bodies of the cilia and flagella. So children, I hope this session is clear to you. If you have any doubts or suggestions, please ask your doubts and give your suggestions in the comment section. Thank you.